Hi everyone, so it is now my 5th day in Spain and I'm attempting actually right now to upload my first vlog. Who knows how long that's going to take. I posted on Instagram but it said it was going to take 300 minutes and decided to leave and go for a run, and by run I mean walk. As you guys can tell, there is a 2,000-year-old Roman wall that surrounds the entire city, at least kind of the old district. And actually I think I'll go ahead and insert a few clips of the wall right here. You can get a good idea of what it looks like, because this looks like it's one of the most scenic points of it. I thought I'd sit down for a second so I'm not blinding myself throughout this whole thing, but things have been a tiny bit slow so far. I know most people, their programs start on October 1st. I just got another email saying they still don't know when I'm going to start, but so it is now a couple days after when you saw the clip of me going on my run on the wall. I went to a language exchange at a bar where every 20 minutes you would switch from Spanish to English, and that was so much fun. I wish it was more nights a week, especially considering now I know officially. I met yesterday with the woman who's the coordinator at the school I'm going to be at, and I'm not going to start there until the 8th, and today's the 2nd, so I don't really know what I'm going to do in between then. I have a couple things that I have to still get set up. If any of you have moved to a foreign country and you found good ways of meeting people, please go ahead and let me know. Today I have a bunch of tiny things that I have to do, and then tomorrow, Friday, starts the big festival, and I'm either going to go do that, hopefully with some people from the program, or I'm going to go out with my host mom and all of her students. It's 12:30, so I'm having a very American timed lunch. Also, let me know if any of you guys have seen the TV show Salem. Apparently it's WGN's first scripted series, but season 1 ended, I don't know, maybe a few months back, and I just found out they're going to air season 2. I don't think I get WGN on my TV, so that's why I never ended up watching it until now when I had some time free, but I am obsessed. So I have a new obsession, and that obsession is a little store essentially just filled with a bunch of homeware things that are extremely cheap that I really don't need. For instance, I bought this little glass, I bought this strangely shaped little cup, I bought this container to kind of store most of my makeup in, I got this pillow for €4, I got this tostada mat, which I'm assuming I'm just gonna throw on here underneath. I eat a ton of these when I'm in Spain. You can get like 100 of them for 90 cents. And then a bunch of other little random things. Well, these things I actually did need, but yes. And so once again, I'm on my way to Mercadona, not to get food actually, but to look for a daylight bulb. As you guys saw from my first video that I filmed in my room that went up my manga haul, the lighting in there obviously is not the best, so I'm just trying to find one. I don't know if they would even have one at a supermarket, but we'll see. If not, I'm gonna go to like a light bulb electricity type store. But there is an 8 to 10 day long festival that's going on in the city throughout this week, and a lot of the stores are shutting down at 2 p.m. for siesta and then not reopening. So yeah, hopefully they're open and I can get myself a daylight bulb. But actually I'll go ahead and insert some clips of the festival right here. I've been out a couple nights, drunk maybe a little bit too much. Actually, I don't think I'm ever gonna get drunk here simply because tapas are always there. So all the croquetas are just always soaking up every ounce of alcohol, it seems like. So luckily the lighting store did have a daylight bulb that fit with the size of the little lamp in my room. But first I wanted to show you Lucy, the cat in the house. I know you guys saw him for like a split second through the door in my room, but even for someone who despises cats like me, he is quite cute. So I thought I would show you guys. Lucy! Lucy! According to the owner, I believe she said, granted this was in Spanish and I know nothing about cats now, she's gonna hide, but I believe she said it's a Persian cat. Also, I spent a solid 10 minutes walking around Dia, that's a little supermarket, like very small, it's one room, and I was just wandering, looking for eggs until I eventually had to go ask the woman who worked there, and I was a little nervous because they're quite rude at the Dia that I work near, but luckily she was nice, and then she took me over to where the cereals were, and I had completely forgotten that in Spain they don't refrigerate eggs, so I was looking at all the cold items, and thought I was just like missing the eggs, like I had anti-egg vision on for a second. And I googled it, and apparently it has to do with the way that different countries disinfect their eggs. So we're gonna do some late night bubble vlogging. It's about 11:10 and I have my first day of school tomorrow. This is the same day I'm filming with the whole lighting situation and trying to get that figured out. I had orientation today, which was horrible. It was 5 hours long of needless information that I already knew or that they could have just emailed us. But isn't that what orientation is always like everywhere? Maybe I should start a series inside the bubble umbrella because it rains a ton in Galicia, and it's not even the rainy season right now, so we'll see. I'm actually really digging the bubble vlogs because this way people actually can't even see that I'm vlogging. I mean, they probably could if they looked closely, but not really. So let me know what you guys think about being inside the bubble. So I'm gonna head back, try and get a good night's sleep for my first day. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I don't really like children. I had been hoping to get placed with high schoolers, and I'm with 3 to 11-year-olds, which is a big age range. And I'm a kind of a low energy person, so I don't know how good I'm gonna be at keeping them entertained and like doing sing-songs and reading to them with enthusiasm. So I just got back from my first day of school a couple hours ago, and I should specify when I say teaching, I'm not actually in front of the classroom teaching. I'm just an English teaching assistant, just so they have a native speaker there so I can just speak a lot of English at them that they don't understand. So the kids are adorable, but the main thing I wanted to talk about was getting there because it was horrendous. So I'm living in the city, but the school I'm teaching at is about 20 minutes out in the countryside, and I go by bus to get there. Now, I'd never been there before, so I had no idea what the school looked like. All I knew was that it didn't have its own bus stops. So I get on the right bus at the right time and tell him I need to go to El Colegio de Blanc. And he sort of nods his head, but I think what happened was he didn't hear me say school, he just heard me say the place, and there is a stop that is for that place. And so like I said, it was only supposed to take 20 minutes, so I kind of, 20 minutes go by, 25 minutes go by, and I'm already late. So I was asking the people around me, and they were having trouble understanding me just because my accent in particular is bad. And finally someone said like, oh, this is the place for where you need to go. So I mentioned to the bus driver, oh, which way is the children's school? And he just looked at me and he was like, that was a few stops back. So I'm just thinking, fuck, because I'm already about 5 minutes late. And obviously he can't just like turn around and take me back because the bus is full and he needs to take these people where they need to go. So naturally it's raining. So I'm just really mad and sad in my bubble umbrella, just wandering through the Spanish countryside, no idea where I am. I went into like a restaurant, I went into a store and I asked them where the school was. And because it's like out in the countryside, a lot of the people weren't speaking Spanish to me, they were speaking Galician, which I do not understand, and they couldn't understand me because of my accent. I was walking, and then all of a sudden a car pulls up next to me, and it's like this 90-year-old frail little man in his car, and he in pretty clear Spanish, he said like, I'll take you where you need to go, it's right there, we can basically see it from where we are. I was thinking like my mom would murder me, but you know, my fear of being already late and the fact that he was really old and frail, the risks of me being murdered by him and thrown into a field are quite low. So finally he did pull me up to the school and I finally got there and I was very flustered. So it definitely wasn't the best start to my experience teaching there, but the day went pretty well. The teachers were nice. The kids are adorable. I don't even like children, so that says a lot. Hi everyone, so it is about 10 a.m. and I'm on my way to catch the bus to go to the school. I'm extremely lucky in that 3 out of the 4 days I go into Teach a Week, I don't have to be there until 11:15. So I just got back from the school, and do you want to know what's been happening every single day when I get home? Because it really needs to stop. This is what's been happening. It's essentially off-brand Nutella, and I've been eating it on these little gallettes cheapo cookies, and it needs to stop because I don't even have a sweet tooth. I'd much rather chow down on garlic bread every day, but I think after I had it once, I'm just craving it every day now. I think that's just what sugar does to you. So I just wanted to fill you guys in on this weekend because as you'll see from the clips I'm going to intertwine while I'm talking, I could not vlog during any of this because it was so freaking loud. Today's Tuesday, but this weekend was the final couple days of San Froilan. So that is a big festival. It's 8 or 10 days here. So there's lots of people playing bagpipes, lots of drunken 15-year-olds, lots of shows and music going on. I honestly was not the biggest fan of any of the shows. There were, however, these really good street drummers and we were kind of just dancing and following them throughout the streets. Went and saw quite a terrible show in my opinion that was just cover songs and lots of lights and glitter and dancing. We wandered into this restaurant and we heard some strange tambourines and old people singing, and so we kind of poked our heads in and just to see what was going on, and immediately they were like, come in, come in. And I suppose the kids drunkenly go out, watch the shows, go out in the streets, you know, botellon, all of that. But the older people, I guess, especially the final night of this, again, someone could have explained this to me wrong. They kind of get together and sing and drink and eat all together in a huge group in a restaurant. So half the older people, I feel like, were really excited we were there because we were very obviously foreign with the group I was in, and they wanted to show us the instruments they were using. Which one you see the clip, it's like a giant wooden stick with a frame and then it's like a tambourine on a stick. And when we were trying to ask what it was called, all I remember is that what it means translated into English, I believe, is dick, but I could be wrong. Isn't that music kind of catchy? At least I think so. One big question I had for you guys was I was thinking about it, and since I will be making some money here and now I've got three people actually lined up to tutor, I will be making some money, and I think for Christmas I'm going to ask my parents to help me purchase a camera specifically for making YouTube videos. You guys know right now I'm on my iPhone, and in the past I filmed on a Sony HXV whatever. I forget what it's called, but I'll put it here. But it filmed in 720 HD. It was decent, but it wasn't the best. And I think I'm gonna ask if I can pay for half of the money I make here, and possibly they can help me out with the rest. So if you have recommendations for a camera that obviously films in really good quality, obviously better quality than what my other camera did, please let me know. I would really like something that comes with a flip cam on it, because I know some people have massive DSLRs and they always have to ask other people to come help make sure they're in focus. So that's kind of my only prerequisite. I don't want to spend more than $500. I just feel like that's really pushing it. Just shoot in really, really good quality, just because I've been wanting to have that for my videos for a long time. So I think that's it. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and check out my Halloween recommendations video where I talk about a terrifying manga and a good kidnapping book, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.